WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I'm in Ireland. Today I have two stacks, and I have here which I'm going to taste now, the rum, Barbados Rum, and here we have Zaltan, which will come in the next video. Have to wait or have to look for it. All right, so what do I have here? Two stacks. Basically, I have here a bottler, a blender. They do not have their own distillery, nor do they plan to have their own distillery, which is just okay by me. You don't have to have your own distillery. You can become an independent bottler. So this is basically the guys from Irish Craft Beers Limited, and they decided to get in the whiskey business as well, which is okay. So what they did is they went to Great Northern, they talked with John Teeling or someone else from the company, and hey, can we buy some casks? Can we buy some liquid? Yup. So the first one they brought out, which I've actually done already, is the first cut, which was 46%, and then came the blender's cut, which was, I think, 62.5%. Great. Then they took some from the blender's cut, which was 60-some%, and they did a tawny port, which I've done already. They did a apricot brandy, which was really, really nice. They did the Barbados Rum, and they've also done the Zaltan cask. So this was actually matured for 90 days in a Barbados plantation rum cask, and I am going to compare it to the following. Bam. So this is something you will not be able to buy internationally. Well, I'm sorry, there's only 222 bottles of these anyway, so it's rare and exotic. What else would that be in my world of whiskey videos? This is the Irish whiskey bottling for the weekend that Mareike Spitzer from www.irish-whiskies.de did. And so this is a single grain whiskey from Great Northern. This was virgin oak, and this was recharred cask, and it's 63.9%, and it's 3 years old. So this is a single grain, and the single grain virgin oak and recharred cask. Why is that important? Because the two stacks, is 40% grain from virgin oak and 40% grain from refilled or ex-bourbon cask. So 80% grain. The other 20%, I have to explain, that would be 8% a single pot still, yay, which was matured in Ex-Oloroso casks, not bad. And then we have double distilled single malt, 10%, which was an ex-bourbon. And finally, we have a single malt, which is 2% peated from an ex-bourbon cask as well. So they add a little bit of peat just to make it interesting. Now, that was their basic recipe. And then on top of that, they had the 90 days and the Barbados Rum. All right, on the nose. It's interesting. So, 63.5%. Hardly any alcohol whatsoever. This smells like a Wild Turkey 101, to be honest. It does smell a little bit like a Wild Turkey 101. I meant the amount of alcohol, but it does have a little bit of that bourbon wood character there. Yep, all right. Now, the same thing here with the 63.9%. This is wood forward, and this is fruit forward with the rum. Yeah, if you haven't watched the other 4 videos from Two Stacks, please do that. I always like to hold the following in the camera so you can actually, some people are very visual, so they did a good job of this. We have 40%, you can see the grain, 40%, again the grain, 8% pot still, 10% double malt, and 2% peated malt there. All right. I think they're doing cool things. I like what Kilhoan Brandon does anyways. And now he has a couple people he's working with, and they're actually doing gorging and filling casks and filling bottles here. Okay, cheers. The rum is very subtle, by the way. It gets hot. This burns some of your taste buds off. The peat is tiny little bit there. But what's really interesting is the rum finish, nothing, bam. And the rum finish appears. And if that's your cup of tea, if that's your wheelhouse, you're going to really enjoy this. Now, I am not a major fan of rum-finished whiskeys. If I'm going to drink rum, I drink rum. I don't need to have a rum-finished whiskey to do it. The rum adds not a new dimension for me, but more of a sweetness to it, usually. Now, here in this case, it does add a new dimension and actually it has complexity which it wouldn't otherwise have. This is a C plus, maybe even C plus plus whiskey. Even though it's 3 years old, even though it's 63.5%, even though it's a blended whiskey with 80% grain, and yet it's still well made. Now over here, the special edition for our Irish weekend. Is so much smoother, 63.9% compared to 63.5%, and the wood, the barrel char. If you want to know what this tastes like, Jameson Black Barrel on steroids. This is 40%, unless you're in South Africa where it's 43%. And they use these black barrels, these recharred casks, and that's exactly what you're getting here, but just with a whammy of the alcohol. I like this actually better than I do this. I'm really looking forward to the Saltown. A good Saltown can be excellent. A bad Saltown can be, oh well, we'll see what happens there. The only thing I don't like is the price point. 82 euros. So you're going to pay about 100 some bucks for this, if you can find it. I have bottle number 52 of 222. They always like to do 222. So this is a very, very limited thing. It wasn't available in Ireland, and because Mareike is the importer, she got a few bottles of these. In Germany, I was able to get one. I did a bottle share, made a couple people happy, and I must admit, I really like the design of the box. I do like the design of the bottle, the labels, and so on. Very, very well done. I like the old, like a pharmacy bottle here. Packaging. Everything, design, marketing, well done, well done. We just need to have more of these in the future. So thank you very much, Great Northern, for allowing them to use your juice your juice to actually produce these interesting whiskeys. And I'm very, very fortunate will have been able to try all 6 of these after I do the Saltown and see what's going on in the Irish community. Please like, please subscribe, please tell others. So I'm going to give this, as I said, a 3+ and more or less a D- for the price. Way too expensive in my personal opinion. So sorry, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please tell others about this crazy guy over here in Germany tasting whiskey you probably won't ever see. German exclusive, 222 bottles in the world. I'm blessed, I'm privileged, and I get access to whiskey most people may never ever see. All the best. See you soon. Whiskey Jason here. Bye-bye.